Alright, so we're going to do a distributor cap and rotor today, just because I hate my life. Oh god. Nah, it ain't too bad. I mean, I hate this truck at this point. I'm just dumping money into a problem. But hey, whatever. So, as you can tell, I've already got the rotor off. Went to the auto parts store already. So there's two, you can tell it's a little toasty inside, but there's two screws like that'll unzip, and then a piece like this will come out of underneath it. And then just kind of remember how all that stuff came out. And then it just goes in the exact same way. Here we go. And the main reason why I was tearing all that apart was to replace the ignition computer. The igniter computer, whatever you want to call it. Spark computer, whatever. Which, in these trucks, really bad about getting hot and burning up. So, there's some thermal paste, basically, for those who build computers and stuff. Basically thermal paste. To try to cool this down a little bit. They really do not give you enough to cover the whole thing, so I mean, whatever. Kind of take your finger and spread it out. Then when you pull the old one off, you have to keep the screws for it. And then, kind of put you guys at a little bit better of a spot. See what I'm doing here. The fuck is that? Oh, antifreeze or something. Yeah, that's a perfect spot. Down here, right behind. Fuck, that's not quite perfect. Yeah, down here, right behind the rotor, there will be where this guy sits, but like flipped upside down, so the heat sink is along the steel. There's a 2-plug, and it's pretty hard to fuck it up. There's 2-plug here and 4-plug there. So you plug the 2-plug in a 2-plug. Make sure it snaps. The fuck? Okay, so I guess whatever. I guess the new one's a little bit more shallow than the old one was. Okay. Then go with this one. Snap these two together. Yeah, I guess the new ones, or the new wells are a little bit deeper than the old ones were. Whatever. And then down here, and the important one, there'll be a white wire. You kind of gotta tangle with down here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Right here. This one right here. White one, you might be able to see it. which sits under the distributor and has like very little extra wire. So you've got to tangle with it down there. There's a little clip, and there's a clip on this side. You just got to match those two up as well. That's all vehicles are, freaking Legos. Let's be honest here. There we go. That one snapped together. And then put it down there. Find your screws. And then as it turns out, the bolts, trying to get my socket because I just had you guys sitting on it. There we go. Then the bolts on these are a 5.5 socket, 5.5 millimeter socket. So just, yeah, find it. Yeah, my top side's slipping up here. And then there's one more for the back over here. Alright. So with that taken care of, the computer's replaced, rotor's replaced, a little bit of dielectric grease or thermal paste or whatever. Rotor's in place. Now, alright, so you have your old cap here, and you got your new cap here. What you're going to want to do is orient the caps the same way so that the back of your first cap aligns with the back of your front or your new cap. And then just start transferring wires over with the same orientation, same positioning, everything. There we go. Go ahead and watch you guys, or watch me struggle, I guess. Yeah. So is this one. And then now that the old one is out of there, go ahead and I guess just throw it. Ain't gonna hurt my feelings then anyway. So, and then with the center one, you kind of want to orient it more towards the coil, which sits in front. So I actually want to orient it more like that. Which means fuck off. Then you're going to want to line that to where it sits over top of the control computer. Make sure everything's lined up. Make sure all your bolts are lined up right and everything, and it's on top of the control computer, and the control computer's already pinned down, so you have any idea how hard it is being a mechanic and not knowing your left from your right? Nah, dirty little secret. I do not know righty tighty lefty loosey. That does not make sense to me. Never has, probably never will. What the hell? Oh. That one lined up. And that one will also be a 5.5. And then you got that one back there you gotta get to. My current setup is a short Craftsman, or not really short, just a Craftsman 1/4 or fourth, whatever. Just a Craftsman's fourth with a 6-inch extension, works perfect. Don't get them too tight because there's no reason to. Put your coil cable on, and that is how you do a cap, rotor, and spark computer in a 92. And that's how you do a cap, rotor, and spark computer in a 92 Silverado 350.